The orbital war is lost, and Battlefleet Armageddon is in full retreat. At this news, the Black Templars make an immediate withdrawal back to the city. As they do, Grimaldus receives one last message from High Marshal Helbrecht, the Black Temple commander of the orbital fleet. The message merely states, "Die well." Not long after the Templars' arrival in the city, the orcs begin to make planetfall. Fat-bellied trooplanders blot the skies, some coming over the horizon, some from far above the clouds, dropping down from orbit above Helsreach itself. Many are already on fire, either from the heat of entry into the atmosphere or having taken damage from breaking through the orbital defenses. Those planning to land within the city limits are annihilated during their approach, as were any that flew too close to the Hive's defense batteries. Orc fighters are disgorged from their motherships, and the lightning squadrons get their first taste of action, easily dropping the far inferior fighters out of the skies. Tens of thousands of orcs had soon gathered outside the city walls, and the attack from the maddened horde came within 2 hours. After having been stuck inside landers for weeks or months, the maddened and bloodthirsty orcs charged the Titan High walls and the adamantium north gate. The defenders of Helsreach hammered the charging foe with their wall guns and bombing runs from their fightercraft. Thousands upon thousands died, annihilated in numbers where any sane fighting force would have broken and fled in terror. But the maddened horde came on, attempting to get on top of the wall with propulsion packs and ladders, or by hopelessly attempting to breach the walls with what few heavier guns they had managed to land. They were met by 15 of the Black Templars and the entire regiment of the Sea Legion 273rd, the Desert Vultures. The orcs threw themselves at the wall, clambering up broken tanks, twisted ladders, and even piles of their own dead, trying to make it up onto the battlements. The ones that did made a quick and bloody end at the teeth of a chainsword wielded by a Black Templar, or were blasted off the battlements by a volley of last fire. But mostly the enemy were slaughtered as they reached the bottom of the wall, or while attempting to climb up. The mounting casualties did nothing to dispel the bloodlust of the attacking orcs. Soon the east and west sections of the wall were also reporting enemy assaults. The defenders successfully repelled the invaders for hours, and by dusk the orcs finally fall back. Reports indicate that all around, casualties from day 1 are light and damage to the wall minimal. Flamer teams are lowered beyond the wall to pile up the orc carcasses and burn them in massive pyres. This is not without risk, for if the orcs were to decide to attack once more, there would not be enough time to withdraw all these units to the safety of the city. However, the burning of the bodies does little to the most unpleasant effect of the day's battle. The smell of Xenos and their tainted fluids splattered into the soil by the fighting. The already foul winds of Armageddon carried a sickening smell deep into the city, mixing with ever-present smell of sulfur into a truly ghastly stench. The ammunition extended during just the first day of fighting is staggering. And while the ammunition stocks of Helsreach will last months, the logistical challenges that come with them are already becoming apparent. Informing troops of bolt holes and nearby ammunition stores, transporting food, water, and fuel to all fighting units inside the city will be a gargantuan logistical effort, soon made all the more difficult by constant enemy presence and failing Vox networks. Outside the city, orc ships now cover the ash wastes from horizon to horizon. The millions of greenskin they have piled from their guts construct makeshift encampments outside the range of Imperial guns. One report, among hundreds of others, makes its way to the Imperial Command Center. Final orbital pics taken by the retreating fleet shows the orcs landing in the Deadlands, a desolate wasteland south of Helsreach, on the other side of the Tempest Ocean. Being far too distant for the fighter squadrons of Helsreach to reach, and confident that there is nothing of strategic importance to this, these orc forces are ignored and forgotten about. A decision that would later become very costly to the defenders of Helsreach.